What up? Welcome to Fantasy Football Top 5. Why am I putting on my headphones? I don't know what the fuck that was about. I'm Chef Suhe. Thank you for joining today. Today we're going to jump right into the topic where we are going to talk about top 5 players I think they're gonna bust in round 1. You probably just saw it right now. Fuck it, I'm still gonna leave it in. I'm still gonna talk about it. Like again, we're using Sleeper. I use Sleeper a lot. I really like Sleeper. I think it's a great app. But and I use it for the ADP too. I think it's the most realistic. In a sense where teams I'm gonna like fantasy leagues I'm gonna go with some of the scenarios will turn out this way. It's better than Yahoo in terms of drafting because Yahoo lobbies take forever. Fantasy Pros, I use the free thing. I'm pretty sure there's other ones out there too, but Sleeper is the most consistent because you get legit people. And even if some people auto drafts, it's not, you expect those players to be not at that spot. For example, I'm at 101. Travis Etienne has the ADP to go at the end of round 3, early round 4. Am I going to expect Travis Etienne at the 4th turn? No. If he falls, fucking amazing. But you gotta realistically know what players to target. You're not gonna be expecting heaven, and when it doesn't happen, when it doesn't get to you, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I have planned so far to know exactly who to expect there, and I'm building my strategy out of it. 1, 2, whichever one it is. And then from there I will go. But today we're gonna go talk about top 5 players. Well, not top 5. Each player from each round for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I'm just doing 5 rounds, keeping the top 5 feel going, the flow going. So each player that I feel is not gonna hit their round ADP. I feel like they're gonna miss the whole round. They might miss the whole round, maybe miss 1 round. Or miss like 5, who knows? Like, for example, CMC, injury. He went from 101, we got no Saquon, injury. There's also busts like Eddie Lacy. I remember one time, one of my friends in our league, he drafted Eddie Lacy at 101. At that year, his ADP or expert consensus ranking was like 3 or 4. So he took him at the 101, and we all were like, you know what? Eddie Lacy on a great offense with the best quarterback, he's gonna be good. Nobody questioned that. But boy, like I was thinking I would take him at 4, but I'm so glad he took him at 1. So glad he took him at 1. And ever since then, I have had trust issues in certain running back. It could be the injury, it could be laziness, it could be the offense, it could be other things. Like, for example, the first running back, the first player I'm going to be talking about that I think is going to be a bust is Mr. Austin Eckler from round 1. Not, he's not going to, especially when he's getting drafted at 103. Like, he's number 3 if you don't count Cooper Kupp, but realistically as a running back, he's the 3rd running back that's coming off the board. Understandable, yes, he has all-world talent, and he had 20 touchdowns last year. That was his peak season. His every other season was mid to low end RB2 numbers. He has not paid off RB1 numbers. He hasn't. He is in a better offense. He is with a generational quarterback. They got Mike Williams there. They got a great tight end. I forget who the tight end is. Joe Everett. They got Keenan Allen. I love Keenan. Like, I'm a huge fan of him. Why would I not be high on this guy? It's just he hasn't shown me, and I don't think he can sustain it. Like, running back is the most replaceable position, especially in NFL. Is the next man up. They're gonna get the workload. If you're behind this, that's why we always draft the backups. That's why if other people try to snipe them, draft the other people's in good offenses. You want to take the backups like Alexander Madison. Dalvin Cook is all level talent. But if you know Cook gets hurt, Madison's getting a boatload of workload. People want to target that. Austin Eckler has that workload. But I feel like he's not going to live up to it. And Isaiah Spiller, who they drafted, he might get more than few touches. He might be Tony Pollard. He might be even better than Austin Eckler. I mean, there is a possibility. I just don't think, based on past history, and I'm not going to be drafting a player based on what they did last year, because that's stupid then. I mean, if I can predict success for this year, wouldn't I want to draft this year's running back 1, wide receiver 1, whoever's going to get me the most point? Since we can't predict that, I am going to basically go off history and what has been shown before. Austin Eckler has shown he cannot be healthy. He has shown that he cannot take on all the workload. Like I said, Austin Eckler doesn't expect a smaller workload. I don't know. If people are doubting Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Saquon Barkley, like, they're safer than him. Maybe not Barkley. As a Giants fan, I was being, biased. I love Barkley, but I have learned, even though as talented as he is, his situation is not favorable to his talent. Just we're Giants are a new team that are revamping, so maybe if he's there next year, definitely Saquon should go. Like, if it's a good O-line, is a good offense, the Giants get a. I don't know who Danny Jones is. He has not shown me to be a good quarterback. So next year, Barkley could go at 101. But Eckler, I do not see that. I feel like this was his peak. He's not going. He's a DeAndre Swift type of back. All world talent there, but they're not a 3-down back. They're not built like a workhorse back, like a Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook. They are big backs. Najee is. I take Najee over him. Mixon is better. Mixon's in a better off. Mixon's safer than Eckler because Mixon has the talent, and he has never had the O-line that they have now. And the weapons right now, like Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. Yeah. Not Eckler. I think Eckler's gonna. I don't think he's gonna make it. So Eckler's won my round 2. Now we're moving to round 2, and Mr. Tyreek Hill. His ADP is low round 2. He's usually by the turn. I see him quite often in my mock drafts because I have a 101, so I do that a lot. So I see him quite often. They actually Debo there too. I was tossed up between him and Debo, and the reason why I chose him over Debo is I feel Debo is still gonna possibly finish top 24 wide receiver. Like, he's a safer one because his offense, his quarterback is gonna spread the ball more. This is gonna give opportunity for their run. Debo could probably move in and out. He'll get more mid to short range, and Ayuk is going to get long deep passes. Kittle's there too. With Tua, I like Tua coming out of college. I was big on Tua. I was hoping Giants get Tua. We know his talent, but we don't know this Miami offense right now, especially with Hill and Waddle. Hill has not been consistent, even with Mahomes. And going from Mahomes to Dolphins, I don't know. I'm going to lower expectation. I'm not going to think... Yeah, I have him... I don't think he's going to pay off even round 3. I really don't think so. The targets are going to be split. They're not going to be throwing 650 times. I don't know. I don't think so. I think they also have a good running back core. They have Chase Edmonds. They got Sony Mitchell. And then they got Raheem Morset. Yeah, they have a good room of weapons. They have a good room of running backs. I don't think he's going to pay off. I think he's going to be okay. He's not going to finish top 10. I don't think so. I don't think he's going to pay off his round 3. I do not. Round 2, Yeah, I don't think he's definitely not making round 2. So I think he is too high. Definitely won't pay off. And then round 3, Mr. AJ Brown. AJ Brown has finished top 10 in almost all the categories except, in fantasy we look at touchdowns, yards, receptions, but there's more to it. It's about beating man coverage, winning in routes. AJ Brown is all level talent. He is phenomenal. We drafted him in round 2 last year because he was in a great offense with a great number 2, but it was great temporarily. It showed a glimpse of greatness, but then it just felt like the chemistry never clicked. Now he's going to Eagles. Eagles traded the world for him. He is that good of a talent. But Jalen Hurts is not a good. I don't know. He hasn't showed me, and it could be my Giants hatred, but he's not good. In fantasy, he could be good. Even Lamar year 1 was fantastic for fantasy football. That's why I drafted him the next year. His rookie year, he was fantastic. Even though he turned over a lot, fumbled a lot, but from fantasy perspective, he was fantastic. Jalen Hurts is a poor man's Lamar, and Lamar is not known for his passing. He's not a good passer. He just he opens up the speed, the field because of his speed and his talent. It's like he is what Cam Newton wishes he was. Cam Newton was a big-bodied quarterback, and he run through. He was fast, but he was not elusive. He was not shifty like Lamar. Yo, he on the ground, he is special. But every time I'm like, damn, that thin boy might get hurt. He looks thin, but he runs big. But Lamar is better than Jalen Hurts. I mean, I don't think Jalen Hurts is that special. People like fantasy experts, they're very high on Jalen Hurts. Like he's going to be this next big thing. I do not think so. I don't even think he's top 10 quarterback. Maybe his rushing upside gives it to him. But yo, he is not. I don't think he can sustain a healthy target option here. And I don't even think AJ Brown could command. He can command 20%, but I don't think he's going to get that because we don't know how the ball is going to be spread. It's going to be play action or it's going to be RPOs. We're not sure. We don't know what Devontae Smith. I feel bad for. He has great talent. Then they drafted Jalen Reagor round 1. They drafted Devontae Smith round 1. They traded a round 1 for AJ Brown. They invested a lot of round 1 picks on their offense. That looks good on paper. That's we have boatload of talent. Just gonna air it out. But in fantasy, your limiting target is going to one entity. So one player to command it. If you have 3 round 1 talent, each can beat their own thing. AJ Brown's will go against quarterback 1. Beat that. Devontae Smith, who has phenomenal talent. He was a Heisman finalist. Did he win it? I'm not sure. Oh, he might be the first wide receiver to win it. All-world talent. He showed it his rookie year. Jalen Reagor flashed some. Yo, I love the fact that the Eagles fucked up and picked up Reagor when Justin Jefferson was right there. And the Vikings just took him. Thank you, Eagles, for being fucking stupid. Because if you had Justin Jefferson, I would be worried more than you have AJ Brown. Because Jalen Hurts cannot deliver. I don't think he can. I feel like this guy's going to miss the mark. I feel like he's going to disappoint a lot of people. And as a Giants fan, I'm going to be right. I don't care. This guy's going to suck. Next man up, we have Antonio Gibson. And yes, as a Giants fan, you probably like Commanders. But honestly, I give 2 shit about Commanders. We own them every fucking year. We have their number. Barkley owns their nuts. Barkley every fucking time has a great game against them. They don't know who they are. They just picked their last name. You're gonna trust a team that just picked their last name to be good? I know Giants are not gonna be good, but them, They don't know what they want to do. They drafted Brian Robinson. Ron Rivera does not trust Gibson. Gibson has a fumbling issue. He is not good. He showed the talent, and we all believed it because Alfred Morris. Honestly speaking, we're all living in the past. The Butler, he was fantastic. I'm a big Alfred Morris fan. I thought he was great when there was RG3 in that system. That worked. Ron Rivera does not like Gibson. He is going to be a huge bust because I think Brian Robinson is stealing everything. Everything out of camp, all the beat reporter, everybody is saying Brian Robinson is looking like the #1 running back. And then there's JD McKissick. I fucking don't even know what I was saying. Who is getting all the passing down roles. So you know Ron is going to use both those versions. Gibson's working as a kick returner, so I don't know. You draft him in round 4, you're setting yourself up for failure. You go wide receiver in round 4 to 7, even 8. Beautiful. It's swimming with wide receiver 2. They like all wide receiver 2. If you think about it, they can drop those numbers. They all are wide receiver 2s. Like, that's how good it is. Like, it's swimming. And your league is not always going to be won by running back 1 or wide receiver 2. You have a healthy, sustainable point structure from every single end. 2 wide receivers 2s can put up 15 points, 20 points. It depends on the situation. If it's a tough matchup for the wide receiver 1 on that team, the wide receiver 2 that you also consider wide receiver 2, or that wide receiver 1 in a very poor offense team just faces a poor matchup. Think about this. Texans versus Giants. I'm going to that game. Both shitty teams. But Texans really don't have their identity right now. They did draft a good defensive player. Who knows if he's going to be good by then. But I'll try to take that matchup. I'll try to take Kenny Galladay or Kadarius Toney. They'll probably put up great numbers. Pepper the target. Probably a touchdown or 2. Mad yards, big plays. Because it's poor offenses. The poor defenses. So that would be a game that you will want to use a weak team for high volume. Like, it will pay off in your benefit. Like, it'll be better than getting and investing into like a player like Antonio Gibson in the 4th round. And he's going to do jack shit because his own coach doesn't like him. So Antonio Gibson, he's gone. And the last player, Amari Cooper, who I really, 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 really like. He has a lot of talent. I draft him many times in fantasy because of his talent. I think he is a great wide receiver. He lifted the Cowboys. He was the best wide receiver with the Cowboys. But he's with the Browns, and they don't have their quarterback till week 12. That offense is going to run through Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I don't know if he has his body intact, like he's breaking down. He's getting older, and I don't know. The Browns really don't have a good wide receiver too. If a Jarvis Landry was there, Donovan Peoples-Jones, okay, but people are going to zero on Amari Cooper, and since the routes he's going to be running, they're going to block it off and have 2 men on him. I don't think the quarterback is going to be able to deliver to him. He might have some weeks where he works off slot and gets a lot of receptions, but I'm going to lower my expectation. I think he's more of a 7th round ADP, and he'll only pay that off when Watson comes back. So from week 12 to 14, we might see a wide receiver 1, maybe a high-end wide receiver 2 from Amari Cooper. But I'm talking season long. I don't think he's going to pay off that ADP when Watson comes back. By then, I consider him a low-end wide receiver 2, high-end wide receiver 3. take Drake London over him. There's so many people I would take over him. Even Treylon Burks, Bobby Trees. Take people that you know are going to get a healthy amount of volume in an offense that suits their roles. And by that, I mean a good O-line. Browns have that check. But the best general, a good general. Browns don't have their general yet. And Amari needs a good general. And since he doesn't have it, I don't think he's going to live up to it. So, that was my top 5. Top 5 or 5 players that I think are going to bust, that I don't think they're going to live up to the ADP of their rounds that they are being drafted, the average draft position. I have these guys much lower, and I'll probably even avoid them. I know they're not going to get to me, and I'm not even looking at them. These players I am not giving any attention, because where I'm drafting, they will be available, but I do not want them. And by the time it comes back to my turn, because I'm at the 101, I don't need to worry about it. If they get there, that's a different story. But I will see depending on who I consider, because there's a lot of 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th round players that I take over Gibson, Amari Cooper. So, you know, I have my options. So I'm Chef Suhe. Thank you so much for joining Fantasy Football Top 5. Please like and subscribe for more content. Well, no, I'm going to keep doing it because this is something I want to do. I want to give out the best information, and I'm going to learn on the way, on my journey. So thank you for joining. Like and subscribe. This is me, Chef Suhe, signing out. See you later. Peace.